Hello, welcome to this introductory presentation on dementia and continence. My name's Lorraine and I'm one of the associate practitioners with Dementia Carer Counts. With this presentation and our one-day course, we are hoping to facilitate carers to support the person with dementia maintain their continence for as long as possible and to inform them of things that can be put in place to eliminate or minimise problems when they occur. For our organisation, it's also important to raise awareness and empower carers to voice their own feelings and emotions and find ways to sustain their strength and resilience in the caring role. We hope you'll find this introductory session helpful. There will be a follow-up one-day course. You can find out more about this on the website. Many people think the only solution for continence problems is to start using pads. This is not the case and it should be the last resort rather than the starting point. That's why a professional continence assessment is really important. Provision of products varies from region to region, but there are a range of products that can help, such as handheld urinals, and there are different versions for men and women. Commodes and bedpans can be really helpful for during the night. Absorbent products, such as insert pads, pull-up pants, and protective underwear, can maintain dignity. And there are body-worn urinals, such as sheets for men, and drainage bags that can be worn on the leg or the body. Many people will be aware of catheters. However, indwelling catheters should not be the first or a long-term choice and should only be used for medical purposes, such as relieving urinary retention, and they should not be used for the convenience of any carers. Long-term use can lead to health complications. In terms of assistive technology, there are devices to detect moisture and movement. There are lighting devices that react to movement and light up certain areas automatically, and devices to signal for assistance. It's important to review the locks on your toilet doors to make sure that they can be opened from the outside in case of an emergency. Ensure the person use their mobility aids when they're going to the toilet, and a raised toilet seat can be really helpful in terms of sitting on the toilet, and they can always be used in the bath and the shower as well. It's really important to maintain social connections with local communities and continue to attend events and recreational activities where possible. Plan ahead and plan your route and timings. Keep a bag handy for emergencies containing pads, change of clothes, wipes, etc. Check public toilets are opened, and if travelling out of the area, you can use the Great British Toilet Map, which is accessible online, or you can purchase a radar key, which gives you access to disabled toilets across the UK. Remember, you may have to queue, particularly for the ladies, so build this into your timing. If going into the toilet alone, the person may need to negotiate unexpected challenges, such as coins, locks, turnstiles. If possible, check beforehand. Be mindful of new technology, electronic lights, flush taps, which can be a mystery for older people and can trigger anxiety and distress. There may be only single-sex toilets, which can cause problems if the person requires support from a carer who is of the opposite sex, so check beforehand. If required, check that the toilets will have enough room and space for assistance from a carer. Bins for pads are not always available, especially in male toilets, so ensure that you have a plastic disposal bag with you to deal with the pad. Ensuring the person has an adequate fluid intake of around 6 to 8 glasses per day. Ensure they have plenty of fibre, fruit and vegetable in their meals, and keep the person as mobile and active as possible to keep the bowel healthy. Adjust or remove furniture to ensure there's space to work if the person requires support. Some toilets can be quite low, and some people may struggle to get down to the right level without becoming unsteady or feeling pain in their joints. Raised toilet seats are available to help this process and are usually available from local occupational therapy services, or they are available to purchase. They come in different colours. Remember, it's important to have contrasting colour to ensure it stands out for the person. Sometimes a person with dementia may not recognise an object. However, when it's put into their hand and they feel it, they recognise it and its purpose. So it's worth trying this with objects in the toilet, such as taps, toilet roll, soap, etc. Or you can use visual gestures or mimic a task providing a visual cue. As many people start to become less aware of how their body fits into a space, providing physical assistance to help them get into the right position to undertake a task may be required. Remember to use simple language and single-step instructions. Don't outpace the person, take it nice and slowly and give them time to respond. Routine can be very helpful and reassuring for a person with dementia, so set a routine and try to stick to it. The person may have had previous toilet patterns, for example, going to the toilet before or after a meal. It can be helpful to continue with this if it's possible. Whilst in the toilet, using distraction techniques can take the person's mind off the task in hand. Things that I have seen work are music, singing, conversation, books or photograph albums. In terms of your approach, rather than say, "Do you need the toilet?" ask the person if they can help you with something in the toilet, or ask them to come for a walk and build the toilet visit into the activity. Chat about something of interest to them on the way. Be mindful of both your body language and your facial expressions. They give so much of our feelings away without even saying a word, and people with dementia are very good at picking up these messages. To reduce any issues that may occur when using the toilet and to protect dignity, it's important to plan ahead by preparing the area before entering to use the toilet. This ensures the process is smooth and efficient and is done as quickly as possible. If you're meeting resistance, back off and take some time out. Reflect on what just happened and what and where it went wrong. Try a different approach next time. And if you're really struggling, seek advice from another source, for example, continence specialist, CPN or psychologist. Continence assessment is usually accessed via your GP, who will refer the person to a local specialist continence service or team. The GP will likely do some physical health checks to identify and treat potentially reversible causes of bladder or bowel problems. It's equally important that your needs as a carer are also addressed during the assessment process. Therefore, you need to be present when the assessment is undertaken. It can be helpful prior to assessment if you can record frequency and intensity of the problems and also document what works and what doesn't. Looking after yourself as a carer. Sometimes you're so busy being everyone else's anchor, you don't realise you're actually drowning. It's really important you look after yourself in order to maintain your role as a carer. There are some things to be mindful of. As a carer in the UK, you're entitled to a carer's assessment through your local authority that identifies and addresses your needs. If you don't have one already, ask for one. It's important. There's no shame in asking for help. In fact, it's a strength. Again, if you're struggling with rest and sleep, ask for help and support. There are services out there who can help. It's important to continue to do the things you enjoy and have an outlet for your own feelings and emotions, and many local authorities have schemes in place to help carers to continue with their own interests. We all make mistakes. Don't beat yourself up about it. Learn from it and move on. You're being the best you can be. Remember, you're not a professional carer who works a shift and then goes home. Some of you may be in the situation 24/7. Goals need to be achievable, so don't set yourself up to fail. Be realistic. Small steps are much easier than giant leaps. Have a go-to person to share your worries and concerns with. It may be a friend or a family member, but there are also carer organisations out there to help as well. Many thanks for joining us. That's our introductory session concluded, and we hope you found it helpful. As mentioned at the beginning of the presentation, there will be a follow-up one-day course. You can find out more about this on the website or contact us directly for further information. Thank you.